There are really only three things you don't want to happen to you as a startup founder. One is spending time and money building stuff that no one wants. Two is rebuilding your code base because it was rushed. And the worst is believing that a good product will magically market itself. It doesn't. The first problem is solved by maintaining conversation with your potential customers as often as possible. The second is prevented by always making first principles tech and design decisions throughout development, not letting ChatGPT build the whole code base for you. If you're a solo developer in the 21st century, then the third marketing problem is solved by making useful content on social media. But these are all easier said than done. Which is why in this video, I'm going to go over the tools and systems that I use to manage and speed up development and creative progress towards my YouTube channel and my app. So here's my Notion workspace. So I'm going to start with YouTube, and you can see I've arranged my dashboard into time, team, tech, reach, relationships, and revenue, which will probably change in a couple of months, but for now, this is working very well. But if we go into YouTube, I have the YouTube pipeline. And this is where I have all the videos that I've made and what stage they're in. So if I go into, for instance, this view here, what I usually do is I have two columns. The right is like ideas, and on the left is everything that I've written, like the final draft. And then down below in this template is some things I don't really use, but sometimes I come down in here and actually have a look at them. Things about story, some checklists about publishing, and just some other production and other video and story frameworks that I have. For educational videos, it's, I've got this, what does a viewer need to do to get the result they want? How do they need to feel? What points does a viewer need to know to feel and take that action? What I do also use is different view where you can just see the different priorities of videos. This is where I dump all my video ideas. They kind of come in here and also into another random page that I have like just as text because it's faster. And then when they're actually a video, they come here. On the topic of YouTube, the way I take notes is really important. And I kind of just put things down into the spheres of interest that I have and talk about. So for instance, in email, I have just notes here on email marketing and things that I come across. I put it in that particular section. If I read a book, I put it in here. And in some pages, I'll have the left is all my stuff. And on the right are like ideas and notes on certain things. Like here's the 5 levels: awareness, advertising versus marketing, or sales. For instance, I have lots of different notes on this that I've just got from all across the internet, but I organize it into the relevant areas. And this forms the basis of what I talk about because I've already noted this down somewhere. When I learn or listen to a podcast, I put it straight into Apple Notes. I have a little shortcut on my iPhone where I just click and then it pauses any media playing, records my voice, and appends it to a note I have in Apple Notes. And then once every week or so, whatever, when it starts piling up, I come and organize everything that I've learned, put it into different areas. And then what ends up happening when I make a YouTube video, I'll start digging around at different areas that I think I remember. I put something there that's interesting or a quote that I liked. And that's how I make connections between different ideas and make my videos. But when it comes to actually editing videos, I use DaVinci Resolve, and I could spend hours going over this. There's a reason they're paid courses for this stuff. Resolve is definitely for another video. By far, most important system is setting 90-day goals. And so here I call them seasons because I just think it's a bit more delightful. Right now, it's a very basic template. I have some goals that I just put out in text that I want to do for the next 90 days. And I can link some stuff here. And honestly, I added some buttons and things that I just never, ever use. But this is meant to be a sort of thing where you can plot out things that happen during the week, weekly wins, meetings that you had and what you want to take action from. And then like a status report. And I put little things here to say what these are. But I never ended up really using them. But I do a similar thing for myself and also for my app. So if we go here, you'll see I also call it seasons here. This is the goals that I have for my app for this season, and it's just simple text. The next really important thing is calendar blocking and setting your dream ideal week. And that sounds all fluffy, but really it's so simple. So here is my calendar, and I'm actually using Notion Calendar now. It's really awesome. You can alt drag on events to make a new one. So it's really nice for calendar blocking like the next week. And you'll see in gray, I have little sort of 15-minute blocks. And these are just sort of reminders that I'd have for what I want to be doing in my dream normal week at that time until the next one hits. I make them small so they don't take up my calendar because these aren't necessarily real events. And then I have a reminder which comes through with Todoist, and I get a notification through my calendar at the end of every, of course, I've changed it to And then I also have a reminder at the end of every week to calendar block the next week. But usually what happens is when I look at in the evening and I see, I have only like blocked out another day, then I'll block out the next week or so. And usually things change, but it's so helpful to just know what you're going to do the next day. Some of these I've kind of used. You'll see in the bottom here, I have like little questions and things that I used to actually answer a lot. Now I don't really answer them. Like, what am I grateful for today? Have I scheduled time? Will I do this? And when it's time to wind down, I used to want to meditate a bit, which I did for a while, but now I don't care. I just want to code the app. So what's important with calendar blocking and especially setting goals is that you need to have, limited time until you have to leave, get changed and go out for dinner or something. And that's what calendar blocking does for you. The whole point of setting goals and deadlines like I have with seasons is that it adds a bit of, maybe we shouldn't say anxiety, but it creates an expectation of yourself of what you're going to do by a certain time. But at the same time, while you have these in mind, you need to be able to rest at the end of the day and know that you actually did everything that you said you were going to do, even though it didn't feel like you necessarily made progress towards your goal, because some days in this whole founder entrepreneurship journey will be pretty shite. Then I also do day theming, and there's no real system for this besides what I just do. So today I've been recording 3 or 4 different videos because I am recording today, and my calendar events do not reflect necessarily what actually happened, but it's the idea that counts. Batching, very simple. But it's calendar blocking that makes batching useful. But it's calendar blocking that makes batching certain tasks like a no-brainer. Then I have a thing here called Move because I don't always do a workout every day. Sometimes I just stretch and stuff. But in fact, I used to look at all my workouts in this movement tab, and these were just things I jot down and stuff I was doing from the physio because it's very simple. I just need text to know what thing I'm going to do next. But now I just go to the gym and I kind of remember when I last did a pull workout or I last did a leg workout, and then I'll do a different one and also work on what's sore. So I just kind of go to the gym now and do whatever. So this is not really a system that is needed anymore. As soon as a system is not providing value and it just adds extra rigor and annoyance, then it's not useful anymore. Now I'm sharing some of this work with an editor, and now both for my YouTube channel and my app, I've got other people on the team. And so I need to share tasks. And so tasks I all have in Notion for the app and the YouTube channel respectively. But all my personal tasks are in Todoist. I have a repeat section, which is things that are going to reoccur, tasks that relate to my businesses that reoccur, and movement. And then everything else just goes in the inbox. Very simple. And these I will see in my calendar with the Google Calendar integration. But what's cool is the tasks for my YouTube channel and the app. So if I go in here, what I have is products and epics is what I call it. Projects, sprints, and tasks. Over here, I have a task. And you'll see each task can be a part of an epic or a project. And the project is like something that needs to be done within an epic, a task or a goal within an epic. But these I haven't really done any because it's pretty obvious what needs to get done first. But if I look in the app, I have, for instance, Typeway 2.0, which is an epic. And within this, I have different projects. So for instance, here I've got carousels and media. And then these are the tasks that are assigned to people. Yeah, we got codenames people, don't worry about it. And yeah, the system is actually really cool. And then you can set a due date for a task. And that will reflect in Notion Calendar because of the integration. So if I do have a task that is requiring a due date within any of my Notion workspaces, it'll show in my calendar. And I guess one of the most important systems is anything that helps you to just focus on doing the work. And for me, that's often just going to a coffee shop, because you arrive at the coffee shop and there is literally nothing else to do but work until you really have to leave. I can easily work for 5 hours straight at a coffee shop, but at home, there'll be so many distractions. I'll go make a coffee, browse Instagram, some shit. Coffee shops are where it's at. So hopefully that provided some cool insights and ones that you can actually apply into your own startup or business or YouTube channel, whatever it is that you're doing. So thanks a ton for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does help. Like it really does help. So shot. And also I found the bunny eventually. He's come out to play. Yeah. Here he is. Say hi, Mando. Hi. Yeah. Crazy gremlin.